When you reverse parallel park, there's never going to be an identical situation. So you've got to practice under different circumstances, and especially in the vehicle that you're using for your driving assessment. This particular vehicle doesn't have a reverse camera, but reverse cameras are limited. They can see the rear view, but not what's around you. The reason a lot of people find reverse parking, and especially reverse parallel parking, difficult is because we never naturally do things backwards. If you'd like to know how to optimally reverse parallel park, try this method. If you overshoot slightly the car that you're parking behind and don't turn to the full lock, you may get too sharp. So first of all, I'm going to show you what's going to happen if I do the full lock. I overshot the car slightly and I'm going to reverse, but I'm going to show you what not to do. So in this situation, if I start to turn slightly early and if I do the full lock on the steering wheel, it is not going to work because it's going to be way too sharp and you're not going to be able to avoid the curb. Okay, so what you've got to do, if you want to reverse park optimally and as close as possible to the curb, and particularly when you're parking between the two cars, you've got to start to move. And now I start to turn roughly about 3/4 of a circle. And then when I see that I'm no longer, too far, I'm going to start to turn the other way and lock it to the right and ensure that you straighten up once you get in the desired spot. In some cars, turning circle is different than in others, so you have to get used to the car that you're driving, because if you swap cars with somebody, it may not work the same way. So here I've overshot the car slightly, and then I'm not going to go to full lock, and about now I'm going to start to turn back. You can't go too fast, you shouldn't go too slow, because if you stop the vehicle and then you keep turning, it's called static turning. It's dry steering, so you should not be steering while the car is stationary. Driving test assessors are very stringent on reverse parallel parking and reverse parking in general, but not only how you line up, but how you observe. So for that reason, when you select reverse gear, you got to get your back off the seat so you can swivel your neck as much as possible and change your viewing angle at least 2.5 seconds, because if you lock your eyes on one spot, you will probably miss something in a different spot. Probably more than 50% of people who fail for parking don't fail for ending up on an angle, they fail for poor observation skills. So there you go, practice reverse parallel parking as much as possible. As always, feel free to ask any questions in the comment section below. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you next time. Follow these 6 steps for flawless reverse bay parking. Start by lining up your left side mirror with the third line of the parking bay. Emphasize the importance of maintaining a continuous fluid motion throughout the process. No sudden moves, keep the steering smooth like riding a wave.